Hi guys, how are you doing today? Hope you are all well and safe. Today I've been painting in Rebelle and I've been using glazes instead of wet and wet. So that's a new one for me in Rebelle, and I've tried a different colour palette. So all in all, I've stepped outside of my comfort zone and tried something a bit different. So let's see how I get on with this one. So this is a sketch that I did in paper 53, and the idea was when I did this, I'd got a photo. I'll put the photo here for you. I got this photo and I didn't like the layout of it or anything, so I did a quick sketch in paper 53 for the composition and to get the tonal contrast right and everything before I start the real painting. So this is going to be the real painting that I'm doing now, and I am using a hot pressed paper, which I believe is I think it comes with Rebelle. I'm not too sure about that, but hot pressed paper, they're a lot less coarse. They're much smoother than the cold pressed papers, which most watercolors are done on. So I thought that this would be really nice for this, because I'm going to try and do a glazed watercolor, not a wet in wet. Everything I've done so far is wet in wet, but this one is going to be a glazed watercolor. So I'm going to do the sketch, but I'm going to whiz through it, because you can always go and watch the paper 53 sketch if you like. I'll put a link in the description for you, but I'm going to whiz through the sketch to get to the painting bit. So let's just crack on. So I'm going to go for a palette of warm colours to get a nice summery feel about this painting, of sort of yellows and ochres and nice soft oranges, well, like a sienna colour. So even the sky, I don't think I'm going to go in with a blue sky. I'll try something different, and I'm going to use the filbert brush for this. I think this is going to be the best brush rather than the mop. Or do I just use the mop for the sky? I'll try the filbert and we'll see how we go. So this isn't exactly what you would call a sky colour, is it, to be honest? It's an interesting concept. I want to get some sort of odd edges. Not liking that. Just going to undo that. Oh, I made it too orange. Let's try again. Let's try that. Right, yeah. That's better. I wanted to get that more sort of broken up look rather than just sort of washed all over, I think. And then I'm going to use some of this on the path as well. You know what I should do? I've got to start again. Classic schoolboy error. I need to create a new layer. I can't be painting on my pencil layer. I need to create that new layer, and then this layer I want to lock if I can. How do I lock it? There's got to be a way. How do I lock the layer? I'm sure I've done this before. Do I right click? Nope. Okay. Oh, it's there, look. It's right in front of me. Right, okay. Start again. Third time lucky. I don't like that kind of shape there. That will do, I think. That's going to do. Now I can start. I think I need to put the pencil on the top of this. Just sort of getting in some basic colours, but what I really want to do is try and get each layer on without overlaying it and overlaying it. We can have a little bit of overlap, sort of like that, where the colour bleeds in, but I don't want to sort of create massive overlaps of where I'm building up darker colours by adding more colours and more colours. I want to try and get it all on in one go if I can. So that's looking all right. I'm thinking let's start looking at the buildings. So I'll probably use a little bit grayer. Size a bit smaller, more paint on the brush, keep the water fairly low, and the idea is I can maybe I need to go a bit smaller. I can paint the bricks on top of that after. So you see, it's very different to how I normally paint in watercolors, where I go a lot more splish splash, let's say. But I can put a dark colour in there and let that bleed in. That's allowed. See if that will. Got lots of run. I've got the paint here set to run upwards. And then a warmer colour, maybe a bit more orange, on the front of the building. Bit bigger brush. Like that. And then go back towards the red. Maybe a bit lighter. A bit darker again. So I'm sort of varying local colour. On sort of a surface, but not really going into the next shape, as it were. So I'm sort of doing all the sort of browns first. And I'm going to try and not use purple at all with this one. I know that's a bit crazy, isn't it? Can you see where we're going with this? So if I wanted to put in a tiled roof there, I've got to make sure I don't touch the other paint. I don't want it running in. There we go. It's a much more controlled way than what I normally paint in watercolour. So some of you might like it compared to the much more way of creating happy accidents where things just happen willy-nilly almost. Let's go for a kind of a softy colour, bit bigger brush for this wall here. Oh, that's wrong. Let's just undo that bit. That's the actual roof line there, isn't it? And again, I'm missing a bush out. What's the matter with me, Steve? Right, I think I need to just take the size down a bit just to tidy up these edges. There we go. Kind of go up to the edge of that, not right up to it. Maybe pop a bit of orange in there, just in the odd place. Let that bleed. Like that. Yeah. A bit of orange in this as well. See what that does. Roof then. Oh, it's run. It's not what I wanted. That's dear me. Let's just undo all of that. Steve, you got to be a lot neater than that. Just going to lift some of this out. This style does require a little bit more attention than what I'm used to. You get the odd bit that runs. I'm going to let that run there. That's okay. You don't want a massive amount. You don't want it running all over the place. Because if you let the odd bit run, it just gives it that kind of watercolour feel to it. There we go. So I'm really struggling not to put any blue. I'm kind of missing blue out of the palette completely with this one. And it does feel weird. But I am going to put some green in, so I guess there will be blue in there, because obviously blue and yellow make green. So I'm kind of, you know, going into uncharted ground for me doing this. It's not something I'd done before. And you know, pushing boundaries, I suppose. And it's fun. It is fun. Right, I'm going to put this post in. And in my sketch, I've kind of got it. This one's in quite dark. But the other one's going to be lighter. So that's that. And these trees then. This is going to be interesting. Just sort of putting some colour that, and then gonna brush into. I'm hoping this isn't going to look sort of autumnal. I want it to be so this bit I'm quite happy to let the colours just merge a bit. Still very much keeping that sort of wet edge look. Maybe just keep that same tone, but go with some browns. I've succumbed. I'm probably going too far over. This picture needs cropping, you know. We don't need all of this here, because the actual shape of the paper isn't the same. It's not the same as the sketch. Should I crop it now? How do I crop? Image size, canvas size. Yeah, that's kind of where I want it, I think. Maybe like that, maybe up a bit as well. Yeah, that's it. How do I click on OK? OK down here. Cool. Let's save this. I'm losing my patience. I'm kind of wanting to get this done a bit faster. Right, brush smaller. Some dark colours there. This edge. I also think if you go with the blue, you get the colours just look that bit darker. I tried to avoid it, but it ain't happening. There we go. Now this building, I need a sort of a pink wash just putting on first, and I've got to put a darker wash over the top. Same for this. Let's just get a little bit of a pink going on, and then I'm going to create a new layer. Should I put these background bushes in? I think I should. That'll do. That sort of fade away. So all this has been on one layer so far. I don't like this yellow up here. I think I made a massive mistake with that. There we go. That's it. Right, now I don't want this running, so I'm going to have to create a new layer there. So before I do that, I'll come over here and put these bushes in. I might have to do that on a new layer. I'm going to create a new layer. I'm a bit worried that I'm going to start getting wet edges bleeding in all over the place. Tad too big, that brush. So that can go around sort of like that. A bit of green. So much for not putting blue in it. That didn't work out, did it? So I'm okay to let colours bleed in like that. That's fine. Let's get the little bloke in. Needs to be brown, really. Little dog. Just an indication, you know, I'm not fussed about doing loads of detail or anything like that. It's not what it's all about. Ochre colour. Do not touch the edge of that brown or it's just going to flood straight in. So you can see the different sort of style that's evolving here. Just checking that I'm still recording. Yeah, we're still good. It's looking all right though. I'm quite liking this. Except that colour has totally dominated the lighter colour. Maybe if I just sort of let's see where that runs. Ooh. I can dry it. I know that. I know I can dry it, but I don't particularly want to. Just adding bits of other colour, just to give it a bit of interest, really. I can let that all like flow together. That's cool. getting the fence. Got the fence, the edge looking all right. We've got this wall, sorry, this roof line. That's going to be a ready tile. I'm making this up a bit. That'll do. Now, these I want sort of sweeping colours. Just coming in here. I need to just refer to my reference a little bit. Just pop that up there. Because this is on a different layer, it shouldn't run too much. There we go. Move my image out of the way a little bit. Oh, to there. Just open me. Look at these shadows. I kind of want warm browns in here as well. Not just cool colours. Just tiny little bit of lag there for a second. Oops. That would come down like that a bit. I'm just thinking about the perspective a little bit there. Let's just go around this person a bit. Mix colour up a little bit for a bit of interest. has been quite stressful painting, really, because I've come out of my comfort zone and trying something a little bit different. It's made me think a lot. Yeah. Sharpen that edge up a little bit. There we are. That's it. A bit of colour. Maybe an orangey colour. That's it. These posts. Dark. Do I go with the dark blue green? Possibly. Just going to undo that a bit. Make me brush a bit smaller. Wanted that white edge keep in there. I think it might be better with the brown. Put some of that in it. Oh, I'm thinking, do I paint just a few, just a little indication of the bricks on here? Don't ever paint all the bricks on a wall. That would be a bad mistake. Anything else? Do I need to do anything else? Oh, I think I can see. Yeah, I think if I just put a little bit of this shadow on the roof like that, maybe definitely come in more. Into this bush a bit. Down like that. Just to make that person stand out a bit more. Maybe just a little indication there as well. A bit too much, too much. Yeah. That's nice. That's better. It's warmer. I was getting away, you know, totally see I was doing too much with the blues. shadow across there. Got that one in. Let's just, I think I can hide that now. Close it. Does it need cropping anymore? Let's maybe the canvas size. Let's crop some of this out at the bottom as well. Thinking about there, maybe in that way a tad. Down a bit more. It's all about balance. There. One few last things. I've got to put the chimney pot in there. Nearly forgot that. And that's it. Let's get it signed. Pencil. Sign it over here. So, a painting using glazes, painting sort of flat colour on, dropping little bits of colour in. Spittle Park, worked on an idea that I'd come up with using or doing a sketch in paper 53. I'm just sort of adding fine little bits of detail. So, quite different for me. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, I spilled my cup of tea. Oh well, if you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you have, please give us a thumbs up. It's much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, because I've got lots of videos like this and I would love to be sharing them with you. And don't forget, everybody, keep painting, stay safe and stay sane, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.